Hello wonderful peoples, this is Digi, and today we're back at you with another Apex Legends video. Today we're going to be looking over the new update that launched this morning, and we're going to be looking at Seer nerfs, and as always we're going to get this information to you as quickly and reliably as possible. I don't want to waste time, just sort of glossing over other things that don't really matter, just trying to get you guys the stuff you want to know. Okay, so first let's talk about the changes to Seer's passive. So as you know, Respawn has tweeted previously saying that Seer's passive is a little bit too powerful, the flashing effect is just a little bit disorienting, and he's kind of too overpowered. So first let's talk about the changes to Seer's passive. So as we all know, Seer's passive is very powerful, letting you know exactly where enemies are, sort of hearing their heartbeat sensor, kind of knowing what health they're at, but most importantly, being able to tell the direction they are, whether they're above you, below you, in front of you, to the side, etc. Now, what Respawn has done is they've actually increased the wait time between sensor spikes for full HP targets. So if you have full HP, it's going to take a little bit longer to sense them. What they've also done is remove the center circle ellipses, reduce target range beyond 75 meters for blue spikes, because previously you could see enemies way further away using the very subtle blue spikes, and then once they would enter 75 meters, it would change to orange. And they've also reduced the field of view when you're actually using that passive, so it's going to be a little bit harder to use it reliably, but I don't really think it denotes from Seer's passive's power. I think that it's more just a slight power nerf, so that he's not quite so OP while still remaining a fun character to play. Moving on, we're going to be talking about the changes to Seer's Tactical. Now, as we all know, Seer's Tactical is very powerful. It flashes the enemy, disorienting them, and it also cancels all shield batteries and healing items, while doing a very small amount of damage. Now, what they've done is they've actually increased the detonation delay from 1.4 seconds to 1.6 seconds. Players hit are no longer damaged or flashed. Screen shake from being hit is also reduced. Now, what they've also done is a little bit of a nerf to Seer's Tactical, is they've added a slowing effect while holding the Tactical. So when you're running around with that Tactical, it's actually going to be a little bit slower, making Seer a tiny bit of an easier target to hit. What they've done to nerf Seer on the receiving end of his Tactical is they've lowered the volume on the audio so it's not so loud, and they've fixed the Tactical FX being visible in the firing range when it's not supposed to be. Now, moving on to Seer's ultimate, there are a couple new changes Respawn has done. They've increased the cooldown from 90 seconds to 120 seconds. They've also lowered the volume on the audio for Seer's ultimate. So what does this mean for Seer? Well, I think all it really means is I don't really think his place in the meta is really going to change a whole lot. I think he's still going to be a very viable, very powerful legend, very strong against legends such as Bloodhound, or paired with a Bloodhound. It's going to be very strong. I think this is a very smart change for Respawn. I think this is something the game needs, because right now Seer's a little frustrating to play against and a little too powerful to play as, and I think in ranked we're starting to see that a lot, that he's really emerging as this super mega powerful legend. So I think nerfing him a little bit, bringing him down the ranks, is a really helpful move. Okay, now let's talk about some miscellaneous things Respawn has done in this update. They fixed several errors related with Seer that are unspecified, but supposedly he'll work a little bit better now. They've adjusted the volume of voice lines that play when Seer is chosen. A couple other fixers that Respawn has done for the game in general is fixed a problem caused by Climatizer FX, no existing effect for handle error. So they fixed that error. They fixed an issue with challenges, array index 1 is out of range, fixed most instances of legends holding a grenade when they have none in their inventory. Wattson still suffers from this in some rare cases. They have fixed an error using multiple grenades on explosive holds, and they have also said that a following update later today will cause explosive holds to spawn closed again. Another new thing they have done, which is listed as a switch and not a fix, is they have fixed the hollow spray display. Now, of course, this is just a Play Apex update. You can find it. I will link it, the Twitter page of the official update, down in the comments below. Now, of course, this was more of a quality of life update, trying to nerf Seer a little bit, make the game a little bit more balanced. I would assume that the new head of balancing at Respawn is in charge of this, and it looks like they are doing a good job so far. This is probably the first patch they have done for the game as far as balancing is concerned, and I think this is a really good change. And I think, as we're going to see, Seer is still going to be very viable. Well, that's all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to consider hitting a like... Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, so... And with that, that wraps up today's video, guys. If you liked it, please consider liking and subscribing. I will soon be doing some unboxing videos, so that'll be pretty interesting. And also, stay tuned for some anime reviews and more Apex videos, of course. And with that, I will see you guys next time.